Hey y'all, check it out. So I wasn't going to do anything creative today per se. Was gonna make a video or anything like that today. Welcome to the Grounded Ether Studio. Kevin here, also known as Kev, of course. I just started working on throwing together just this little clothes hanging rack made out of scrap materials, just a scrap piece of wood and some tree branches. And I thought, hey, this might be an opportunity to get just slightly creative with it. So why not make a video to document it just in case? So I'll check back in a few moments. Okay, the clothes hanging hooks have been cut, and now I'm going to attach them to this baseboard by drilling pilot holes, inserting dowel rods, and using some wood glue. Be right back. So I have a drill bit that's slightly larger in diameter than this dowel rod, but that's okay, it's perfectly fine. Just gonna do all of these and then insert dowel rods, attach them with wood glue. Now I'm gonna do the same to attach these to the baseboard. Drill a pilot hole and then stick it in and glue it. Be right back.
Drilling a pilot hole. A little live action shot.
There you go.
Little action.
So here's roughly the layout that I'm thinking about. I'm thinking more hooks the better. Okay, the dowels have been inserted into the hanging hooks with wood glue, and as you can see, there's some wonkiness here. Not everything's perfectly straight and all that. This is not precision woodworking over here. So next, drilling pilot holes in the baseboard. So this is actually literally a piece of tongue and groove baseboard or floorboard, something like that. I'm not sure. I trimmed off the tongue part because that was aesthetically not working for me. So I just took that off. Okay, y'all, this is where we're at. I just drilled the pilot holes for the pegs to go into, and I have cut down the dowels on the pegs just using the wire cutters on a needle nose plier, and they fit in there just like that, and I would glue that down. And I also, since I last hit pause, I gave that rough edge a nice sanding. I decided to go ahead and sand this whole thing to make sure that there were no snags or potential splinters. Because one of the things I want to try, because I wanted to refresh the front wood here, because I want to try to stain this in a way that I've never tried, and I'm not sure it's going to be effective or effectual, which is using a paint like watercolor or like an acrylic wash, because I don't have any wood stains or anything like that. I'm not sure that's going to be effectual, but I'm going to give that a go, because that's what we do here. We experiment and we try new things. And I'm actually thinking, I have never used these before, but something like that, an unconventional wood stain where the grain still shows through, something like an alcohol-based ink might work there. I'm not sure, but I want to give the paint a try. Well, I'm putting down an ochre yellow watercolor, and it seems to be working really well, but what you see here is still wet. We'll see what that looks like when it dries. I'm really liking this. Okay, the ochre yellow watercolor stain is dried, and it was actually pretty effective. I brought it out here into the daylight so that you could see it. Now this wood actually has some really lovely copper tones in the grain, if you can see that. So I think I'm going to go over this and do another wash of an acrylic copper paint that I have, a metallic copper. Do some selective staining with that as well. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, the copper metallic acrylic paint wash was really quite successful. You can see that in this outdoor light, a little bit of a copper paint shimmer. So I want to keep this very subtle. I want to keep this piece very subtle and not go over the top with it. So it's official. Staining wood with watercolors and acrylic washes actually works. We experimented today and we learned something. I am now in the process of attaching the wooden pegs, the clothes hanging pegs, with wood glue. Okay, all the pegs are glued in. I'm gonna let the glue dry and cure for about 2-3 hours, and I'll be back.